Hey, good morning, my friend. Thank you for coming back to check on my challenge to walk or bike to work for 77 days. This is day 2. I hope I inspired you to join me. And if not, to at least consider doing something similar. Sometimes biking to work is not realistic for you, or even walking to it. But for me, it's only 2 miles one way, 7 or 8 minutes. And there's nothing like being out in the fresh, brisk morning air. And while we do that, I proposed that we spend this time together by doing a couple of things. First, I'm going to share with you some interesting, helpful, motivating facts about physical activity and its impact on our health and longevity. And second, we're going to focus and see if we can identify on this 2-mile track to work anybody who's walking, biking, or otherwise exercising, walking their dog like we did yesterday. We saw that lady. So anyways, the exercise nugget that I have for you today has to do with the benefits, because when we start doing something, we have to know that there is something in it for us. Not that all things in life are transactional, but some are, and it's important to know what the benefit is in everything we do. I've heard people, and I hear this from patients often, Doc, I just don't have time to go out and walk for an hour. It's just not possible for me in my schedule. I work long days. I have kids. I have to cook. I have to do this and that, right? Oh, here's the nugget for today, guys. For every hour of physical activity that you do, there are good quality studies showing that you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So in other words, if you commit an hour from your precious time to exercising, you can expect to get double time in return. And that is usually quality time. I've heard people say, well, what's the use of living 100 years if all my friends died and I'm demented and I don't know anything? Certainly quality of life is important, but so is the duration of it. So in this case, you get both length and quality. Hey guys, here is a biker. That is such a sight to behold. Beauty to the eye. Now, I'm biking on electric, so I go a little faster. But man, this is the first person for the day. Unfortunately, many more cars, as you see, everybody zooming back and forth, trying to get to their school, to their work, wherever they go, in the car on such a beautiful, perfect spring morning. All right, guys, 4 more candidates, 5, 6. Man, I think 5. I think today we broke the record with the long of these young people going to school. I think this is fabulous. I've never seen, since I started biking again after the cold season, this is the most I've seen in the morning. So you were in for a treat. And I hope this motivates you to do the same, like I said. And it's important, you have teenage kids. If school is within walking distance and it's safe, obviously we want to be safe even when biking or whatever we do. Encourage them to walk, get in the habit of doing that. In fact, this statistic that I just quoted for you you gain 2 hours for every hour of exercise, was shared with me by my son, who has a health and fitness class as part of his high school curriculum. And they quoted that study in that. And I thought, this sounds good. This would be a nice thing to share with you guys. And by the way, if you have any questions that you think I could answer, and please don't post personal medical advice, because I'm not in a position to do that, biking to work and not knowing your situation. But general health-related, fitness-related, weight loss-related questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to answer them during these few minutes of biking to work. And if you have any other suggestions or comments, the comment section is all yours. So jump in there and say whatever you want. Here's one that I anticipate some of you might wonder about and say, hey, you are all for exercise there, encouraging us, but you are riding an electric bike. And it's even downhill here where I go right now, so I don't have to pedal much. I'll talk about that more tomorrow. You may, and I was surprised too when I first read about this, that the physical activity that you do on an electric bike is actually significant. It's not like you're just sitting and it goes and does everything for you. But anyways, there are other reasons I chose to use an electric bike, and I will share with you those next time. Until then, you guys stay safe and you stay motivated, and show me what you did on your walk or bike to work. See you later.